and welcome to another UK sim review. Today we're going to have a look at the Thomson sim and Imbue class 185. This is something I've been waiting for a very long time. Long-term train sim users may remember the 185 model that was on, it was Thomson Interactive's website, I believe, and it looked amazing, but it just sat there and nothing ever came out. So when this was announced, I was very excited that Thomson actually went away and, let's say, built the model, but arranged to get, I think, Imbue to build the model, and Thomson created it into a product. I think this is amazing. So I'm very delighted and excited to finally have the 185 in Train Simulator. Usual things, so what do you get for your money? How much does it cost? Is it worth it? Etc. So you get it's well, let's rewind a little bit. It is £26, I believe, £26.99 at the time of this video. If you are a subscriber to Thomson Sim, I think it's £19.99. It was £19.99 when I purchased it. It may have gone up £1. You also get, I think it's 4 scenarios for the Chatmos route, and that's it. So that's what you get for your money. You obviously get the 185 in a myriad of different liveries that the 185 has lived in. You know, you've got the first group liveries, you've got the Trans-Pennine Express ones, and there's a few couple sort of special liveries in there. You also get, and I think this is amazing, you get I'm going to say automated plug-in which does your station announcements, which is absolutely fantastic. You have to launch an app before you load into Train Simulator, but once you have, if you key in the correct route code in your console in the cab, then it automatically knows which stations you are at and does the announcements. So I'll insert a clip here and you can hear it in its entire glory.
This is a service to Newcastle, calling at Lee Green, Newton Le Willows, Manchester Victoria, Dewsbury, Leeds, York, Thirsk, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, Chester Le Street, and Newcastle.
So yeah, how fabulous is that? There are a couple of caveats with it. So the 185 plugin, what I'm going to call it, has to know about the route. So, for example, the Huddersfield lines, the DTG one, the 185 hasn't been updated to understand the stations that it's at. So it understands the Chatmos, and there's a freeware version of called the Huddersfield line. I think it's Manchester to Huddersfield. So that freeware one, the 185 plugin knows about it, but the new DTG one doesn't. And I don't know if there is a patch or update in the works for it. But if it does know about the route, then it absolutely does that amazing station announcement thing, and you don't need to script it in the scenario, which is a first, I believe. So all the other ones rely on, I think, marks in the route or marks in the scenario to trigger the announcement, where this doesn't, which I think is fabulous. So, in terms of the model, what do I think about it? I think it's absolutely fantastic. It looks great. It, you know, performs. Yeah, I've never been on a 185. I've stood on the platform when one set off, but I've never been on one. But it sounds, you know, it's got that unique sound that a 185 has. It drives fantastic. It's got things like the speed set, which isn't a cruise control. It doesn't brake for you but maintains speed, so it disengages like it should do. You've got the door controls, which is great. You can turn around, put the guard's key in, set the doors open, close them. You know, it's got working GSMR. It, it's a fully interactive experience, and it's probably one of the best models in Train Simulator. It's on par with, I think it's the class 460, but whatever the Gatwick Express was, the one with the Darth Vader nose. It's that level of immersion. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's really, really well done. Well done, Imbue. Well done, Alan Thomson. Um, yeah, it's a truly great thing to play and enjoy the interactive experience that you get playing it. What's wrong with it? Because you know my videos by now, there's always a what's wrong. So, there is an issue with this whereby if you're in the cab of it or another locomotive and another 185 comes past you and you are in the cab, it's almost silent as it passes. Take that into context. So if you're in a cab of something and a 158 comes past you hear the engine noise, you hear the rail noise, etc., etc. You can hear this thing going past you. And if you go outside of the locomotive, train, whatever you've got, what you're driving, you can hear the same thing. The 185, if one comes the other way and you're inside a cab of anything, you don't hear anything other than, I think it's rail noise. But you go outside of the cab and you hear the engine and everything. I have logged a support ticket to ATS about this, and their response was just turn up this slider. Which I'm sorry, ATS, no, because all it does is turn everything else up as well. There is an issue with your product, and you need to look at it. And I'm not the only one to mention this, so I know it's not me, but at the minute I have issues with the support that ATS give, and it's not just this product. I've got issues with Chatmos, and that is a big negative for me if you want a great customer experience. So, like I say, while I think the product is 185 is amazing, and should you buy it, absolutely, I think you should buy it. I think the one negative that I found with it, you absolutely can live with, but it needs looking at. I think my issue is, and it's actually putting me off purchasing anything else from ATS, is the quality of support that they are giving their customers. So yeah, that is the Class 185. I'm going to insert a clip now once I've finished chatting, and you can hear the lack of audio when one of these goes past you. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch and support these videos. If you like it. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. But if not, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.